All right, when it comes to the coronavirus, you know how we do it. We're all about facts, not fear. And one fact that we want to make clear tonight is the possibility of catching COVID-19 after being fully vaccinated. So let's get the record straight here. Can you get COVID-19 once you're fully vaccinated? Here's what Johns Hopkins epidemiologist Dr. Anna Durbin had to say about that.
We are not expecting these vaccines to completely prevent infection. These vaccines are designed to prevent disease, and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the prevention of hospitalization, severe COVID. Most of the breakthrough cases that we have seen have been milder than regular COVID, although there have been severe cases.
Wow. All right. So when are these breakthrough cases most likely to happen?
Most of the breakthrough cases that we see tend to occur either before the vaccination series has been completed or shortly after. We know that that's sort of before your immune system has really been primed up and is working.
All right, so while you can still be infected with COVID-19 once you've been vaccinated, it would likely be a less severe case, as you just heard right there.